Hello and welcome to Train Sim World 3, where today we are taking on the chasing yellow scenario on the Midland Main Line, and it says we're en route to Birmingham, but due to harsh weather, as you can see, a delayed 185 is in the block ahead of us and delaying our service. You can absolutely see that 4-car unit just departing on our right hand side there. It means we're going to be stuck behind it for a little while, so it gives us an opportunity to get the train set up. Let's open our doors. We think we've got everything pretty much switched on. Let's turn on AWS. We'll acknowledge the self-test. We'll not do that one, we'll do that one instead. So if you like this video, please consider hitting that like button and also subscribing. And I'm also pleased to say that channel memberships are now available, so if you're interested, please consider it. We've got DSD on, we've got AWS on, we've got headlights set today. Great. I think we're pretty much set to go. We've just got to wait to finish loading our passengers and for that 158 in front of us to clear. You can see we've just gone to yellow now, but we are still loading up, as you can see, and you can absolutely see the weather is horrendous. So let's lock those doors and we can release the brakes. Wait for the brake cylinder pressure to come down. You can see we now have a green ahead of us, so that 158 is definitely getting away from us. God, it does take a while for these brakes to fully release. There we go, and we can start to apply the power, probably into notch 4 while we get moving, and then we'll jump in to notch 5. As we can see, it looks like another 158 coming into Leicester. And we've also got some crew to our right here. So it looks like some Network Rail staff working. So give a little toot the horn to just acknowledge that they're on the line. It's just worth saying I am running the Midland Main Line enhancement pack, which does a ton of things. I can just all I can say is I recommend checking it out. It's available in the Train Sim community. Unfortunately, it's only for PC. As you can see, it's now available. Our crew on the line look like they're working on it, which is absolutely fantastic. And there's a whole host of other upgrades as well. So I will link that down in the description below because it is very cool. You see there, we've got a single yellow that's now actually just cleared, so we can apply the power, and that's 110 mile an hour that we've just run past. So once we fully clear that, we will be permitted to run up to 110 line speed, and our first stop will be our only stop along the way to Nottingham will be at East Midlands Parkway. But I have a feeling we're going to be caught a lot of the way for the moment by this 158 ahead of us. So as you can see there, we're definitely chasing yellows. I think the clue was in the title, but this weather is yeah, pretty horrendous. It's not letting up, that's for sure. We can see the beautiful lightning that we get in Train Sim World 3 also taking effect, but it's we'll cruise along here at 55 for now, until we can see the next signal. It was a single yellow, so we must be prepared to stop. Sorry. So actually, we will probably bring the speed down a little bit, but we do have quite large blocks between the signals. One of the key things as well as part of the enhancement pack is signals are much clearer from distance, so hopefully when we get close to the next signal we'll be able to see quite clearly what it is, so we can take the appropriate action. But we're still quite away from it. And as well, one thing you'll notice is the enhancement pack also alters the seating position in the HST. It's a little bit higher, which feels a little bit more realistic. And now you can see just in the distance there that you can see the flare. Well, what was a yellow is now a green, so we will buy the power, but we'll just be conscious that we know that 158 is ahead of us. Let's jump out and we'll fly off up into the distance here. And we'll get a good shot going by. There we go. Let's jump back in the cab. Picking up speed now nicely. Remember, we are permitted to run at 110 line speed, so we've got some way to go yet. It's looking very nice. Definitely want to see a more come to the Midland Main Line. I think the obvious addition next is going to be the Class 222. I think that would be really fantastic to see even more variety and even more freight as well, obviously into Toton. So that would be pretty cool actually. I think there's definitely a lot more opportunities to do great stuff with this route, and I'm hopeful that Skyhook Games actually develop this into what it truly could be, because it's I'm really enjoying this route at the moment, especially with the enhancement pack. So yeah, it's good stuff. We've got another HST coming in the opposite direction. Very nice. And we've got another green, so whatever. See another worker just to our left there. Whatever the service is in front of us, wherever they were heading, 158, it's clearly gone. So it's clearly, yeah, it's definitely cleared off, and hopefully we can make some good progress now towards East Midlands Parkway. I'm loving the rain effects on the windscreen. It feels very realistic. Okay, nearly about to hit 100 here. I feel like DSD is not... We'll go to isolated. Oh, the switch is back to front still. We're missing DRAs. Brake test. Yeah, I think we've got everything on. So the DSD doesn't seem it wants to work. Ah, very strange. Never mind, let's not worry about DSD. So 12 miles to go to East Midlands. We're going to be there in no time at all if we continue to keep these green signals. I was expecting a lot more yellows along the way, but so far so good. Nice to see the 158s, they are fantastic. Ah, that was the 4-car unit that was in front of us, so I guess it's moved over onto the slow lines now, allowing us to overtake it. Very nice. That makes sense. Let's just bring up the route map here, so you can see we started off here at the south in Leicester, and yeah, very shortly we'll be going through Loughborough, and obviously where the marker is there, you can see that's where East Midlands Parkway is, and Ratcliffe Power Station. We then get to the Y where left spur goes off to Derby, and the right towards Nottingham with Toton in the middle. So we'll be going off to the right today. And yeah, heading towards Nottingham. It is certainly a very grand day, but even still the route looks fantastic. Yeah, we'll keep it into notch 4 power for now. We will be jumping up to a 120 line speed very shortly. There we go, there's just cleared it there. So once we've fully cleared it, we'll go into notch 5 and we'll pick up that speed. Hopefully we can get up to its max speed of 125 very shortly. There we go, picking up speed nicely, and we should be coming through Loughborough, I imagine, very shortly. I think this looks like... Is this the bridge just before the station? Yeah, I think it is. So we're going to be thundering through Loughborough at almost 120 miles an hour here. We'll acknowledge DSD finally working. Workers to our left there, just giving a quick toot the horn. But we're also now permitted to run at our top speed of 125, so let's continue accelerating. Definitely expecting to see more yellows along the way. Obviously we had a couple to start with, but we've been pretty green all the way. Will we just have a clear run into Nottingham? I don't know, we'll see. We may get held perhaps on our approach to Nottingham, that would be quite cool. We're 4.6 miles away from East Midlands. We've got DSD finally working now. We just have to switch DSD back to isolate and on again. Very odd. So in a couple of miles we'll start thinking about slowing for our approach to East Midlands. We don't want to go overshooting, that's for sure. Actually be slowing anyway for the 110 coming up. Okay, speed's coming down. There we go, got down in time. It's perfect. Put the power back on. Did drop down to 100 there. We should have been probably a little bit earlier off the brakes. They do take quite a while to release. Actually, it will come straight off because we're going to get a double yellow here, which will acknowledge AWS. And we're chasing yellows again, finally. In step 2 of braking here, the speeds come down pretty nicely. What's our next signal going to be? I think we're coming through to a neck. Still double yellows by the looks of it. No, that's a single yellow. So, given that we're still doing 65, we'll brake a little harder now. Ease off a bit because that speed's coming down very nicely. Just a little bit of power. just to keep our speed around 35-ish, and then we'll see, hopefully in the distance before we there you go, we can see what that next signal is, so we'll start to slow. There we go, it's cleared, so we can release those brakes, start bringing up the power again, and you can just about make out Ratcliffe Power Station in the distance there, so being hidden by the gloomy day. Keep it notch 4 power for now. That should hopefully take us into East Midlands under a single yellow. And we carry on, so we're doing 35, so we'll come off the power now, we'll just cruise it into the station here. So as we come around this this bend here, East Midlands Parkway should come into view. You can just about make out the end of the platform here. There we go, we're not being held to any specific time to arrive, which is a bit of a shame because it would have been quite nice to try and make up some time at least. And now whatever was in front of us is cleared because we've got green. Go 40 yards towards the end of the platform here. Brady's spot on, I'm happy with that. Let's unlock the doors and we'll unload our passengers here. See plenty of people with their umbrellas up, understandably. It's pretty horrible. Although you're undercover here, so you don't really need an umbrella. But these people do, definitely. Out of my way. We'll watch the slam doors close any second now. There goes the windows. Nice sound. Let's release those brakes. We'll just roll back up here and we'll start applying the power. Away we go towards Nottingham, 7.7 miles. Okay, so we do drop down to 75 as we go through the junction ahead, so we'll just be mindful of that, but I'm sure we'll take a little while to pick up speed anyway. We're only doing 40 at the moment. There's the 90. After this we do drop down to 75 very shortly after. And see ahead we've got the feather illuminated in its position. I don't know, it's quite bright. Position 2. So I would say indicating that we're getting to the right. And there we go. And we head towards Nottingham. So we're still in the 75 for the moment. We will step up to 80 in just a little while, but here comes the 158. Speeding, so it's just a bit of initial brake here just to get our speed back under control. Oh, that was the buzzer instead of the low horn. That's the trouble with those being so close to get on the keyboard. Right, we're permitted to run at 80 now, so back on the power. Level crossing. Give a little toot horn. You can see the lightning still really going at it. Jossie's back on the power now as we approach 80. I think we're going to have. Oh no! I can see ahead a yellow there. So we'll just come off the power totally. We are going to run a double yellow here, so we'll that clears. So whatever is ahead of us is just about getting away from us at the moment. So I think if we hold it around 70 miles an hour, hopefully that will allow us to build a little bit of space. Fingers crossed. Another level crossing. Quite a few level crossings on this section here. We can make the next signal out in the distance there. It's still a green, so we've had successive signals there. So we'll up the power again and try and get back up to 80. We're only 4.2 miles now from Nottingham, so really not far. Certainly this part of the route you can't really stretch the legs of this 125, this HST. It's really the bit between East Midlands Parkway and Leicester is that possible. But still, I love it in the East Midlands livery. It looks absolutely fantastic. There it is, in all its glory. So I think we're pretty much going to have a clear run now into Nottingham by the looks of it. I've done it again. Hit the buzzer instead. Never mind. So we are definitely on the approach to Nottingham here. In a little while we'll need to start slowing because our approach, I think, as we go into Nottingham station is about 15, so we've got quite a way to come down. You can see we're going to get a double yellow here, so we'll start to brake, which will acknowledge AWS. And I think this is probably going to be a single for this one. Can we just about make it out? Yes, it looks like it is. We'll just notch up to brake 3 here. Take a little bit more speed off because these signal blocks are a lot closer together. We'll acknowledge that single yellow, so we are running around 30 here, so, well, 25 now. A little bit of power as those brakes release. Got a whistle board there, which we'll acknowledge. We've got to assume the next signal here is going to be a red, so prepare to stop. Which in fact, that's not our signal, so we're a little further. Oh, there you can see our signal now. Yeah, clear as day, it's a red, so start to brake. Yeah, those signals have been obscured by the other signals in the opposite direction there. So we're clearly waiting for something, probably to leave Nottingham, to give us the path into the station. We'll acknowledge that the red is coming up, and there we go. We've just been given the green, and the feather is illuminated. What is it? It's far too bright to see. I think that's in its position to the left, so indicating that we're going right across to the left here. Something a little bit different. So, knowing that we're going to be taking this set of points very shortly, we won't go too crazy with the acceleration. Here you go, you can see the points that we'll be taking. What's the speed? It doesn't indicate, oh it does, yeah, 40 across the point, so we're fine, we're only doing 30. And we'll be going across again by the looks of it. There we go. And here we are on the approach into Nottingham Station. So we need to slow a little bit further. And we're going into platform 3. Okay, down for the 25. And just as we go under this kind of station building that spans the platforms, we will drop down to 15. So we'll put the initial brakes on again. Just slow us down very gently. Acknowledge our guy to the right here. Probably need a little bit more brake just to get us down to 15. There we go. And here is Nottingham Station. Looking pretty busy actually, I quite like it. We've got another HST to our right. Got anything else? No, no 158s by the looks of it. But that's okay. We'll roll up to our stop point towards the end of the platform here. Yeah, I'll slightly speed in. And we'll slow a little bit more. Oh, we've got 2 HSCs, that's pretty cool. And we'll be the 3rd in the station. Perfect stuff. We'll open those doors. And we'll take this opportunity to admire, well, what was 3 HSTs with one just departing. We'll go admire ours. Just here, like that, in the rain. Does look very nice. Come on, finish loading, and then we can see. We'll lock those doors. Great handling of unit. Weather reports suggest the rest of the service should be unhindered. Pick up these passengers and prepare to hand off. Indeed, we'll let the new driver take over for the rest of its journey. Let's see what medal we ended up with. It's got to be gold, surely. Of course. Fantastic stuff. So hopefully you've enjoyed this one. If you have, please consider hitting that like button and also subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.